guys. I got this thing working in a record time today. I guess I am learning how the Facebook works and how to make it cooperate. Because last time it was not cooperating, not in the slightest. So happy December, everyone, and happy holidays for those of you who are celebrating all of the numerous holidays over the next week, 2 weeks, I guess, if you want to include New Year's. I know lots of people get new puppies this time of the year, so keep in mind that house training a puppy in January around here is not great. So be prepared to be outside in the cold with them early in the morning, in the middle of the night. Good luck to you. I've done that. It's not great. Okay, we'll give everybody a few minutes to show up. Again, I am Crystal Partain with the Freckled Paw Dog Training. I am a certified behavior consultant through the IAABC. I've been doing this job for about 12 years now. I see everything from baby puppies in puppy kindergarten and puppy pre-K to aggression cases, nervous system dysregulation, aggression, chronic stress, all of those kind of things. So it's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. All right. Well, while we're waiting for some people to show up, we do have one question. And I will read that to you guys. And I'll go ahead and answer this question. This is from Ellie Riley. And it says, "Hi, we adopted our dog when she was about 2.5 from a rural shelter. Her owner had died, and whoever ended up with her surrendered her to animal control. She was skinny and covered in fleas when the rescue got her. With all that said, from the very beginning with us, she has done a weird thing with high-value bones and chews. She will not eat them, but paces incessantly until we either let her out to bury them outside or she will bury them inside under a chair or a towel. We wish that she would enjoy her treat, but have stopped giving her high-value chews unless we can break them into smaller pieces, like a greenie. Even the piece might be too big and she gets worked up to bury it. So the question is there any way we can teach her to enjoy her treats instead of burying them?" All right, let's unpack this a little bit. So caching high-value items is part of the dog's predatory sequence. So that behavior is like way ingrained in dogs to hold on to food sources for later, just in case they run out. And so I see it a lot in hounds, actually. I know you guys don't know, but I know Ellie is a hound dog, or some kind of hound dog mix. I do see it in hounds quite a bit. And I'm not sure the genetic reason for that to stick around. Maybe if they get lost in the woods, they find a food source while they're hunting. If they get lost in the woods, that stuck around to make sure that they could survive so that someone could find them. But that hoarding and hiding those items is part of our predatory sequence for dogs' predatory sequence. So we think about dogs in the wild. When we're thinking about the predatory sequence, they wake up in the morning and they need to go find some food. So they use their nose to figure out where the food has been. They track the food and then they see the food, they chase the food, they catch the food, they shake the food. They tear the food apart and then they either stash it for later or they consume it right there. They might parade it around a little bit, which is what you're seeing Ellie doing. When you give it to her, she's kind of parading it around a little bit, looking for a place to stash it. So all of those are totally normal dog behaviors. But I can see that if she's getting distressed over having these high value items, then that is not serving the purpose that we want those, right? We want those to be a nice calming evening chew time, where she just sort of lays on the couch and enjoys a nice chew, or enjoys her treat when you give it to her, and not stressing herself out wondering if she's ever going to get anything again, because I know you guys are definitely going to give her another one. So I think you're on the right track here. I think part of my management would be to offer her these things, but in small enough pieces that she does not feel the need to go save them. And then over time, we kind of slowly start to make those pieces a little bit bigger, so that she can enjoy them. And you may have to start with tiny little piece of the bone, and then give her that, and then give her another one, and then give her another one, so that she's getting the whole bone, but she's getting 10 pieces of bone instead of just one little piece of bone or one big piece of bone. And maybe start there. And then over time, when she's not trying to cache them, or she's not trying to hide them, she's not getting distressed when you're giving them to her, she's kind of set up that emotional response of, I just sit here and I chew on this, then we can start to make those pieces just slightly bigger. And if you find that the piece has gotten too big and she is getting a little bit distressed, maybe offering her to trade it for a smaller piece, so that you can make it a little bit smaller and then give it back to her. Or, just let her hide it somewhere and start over again with the next piece. Make the next piece a little bit smaller so that she can just enjoy it. You mentioned greenies. And so if the dental chews and the things that are a little bit more higher value, and the things that take a little bit longer to chew on are the things that she is holding on to and that she's trying to hide, maybe start with something that's a little bit more consumable. So I'm thinking like a larger, like jerky treat, or like maybe a larger, like crunchy bone, that doesn't have quite the high value, feelings attached to it, but something that just might be a little bit lower value that she doesn't really feel the need to bury, but it's still a little bit bigger snack that she starts to work on the just sitting and working on it, versus this is going to take me longer than one bite. I need to go bury this and save this for later, because I may never see it again. So play around with those, and let me know how those work for you. And if we need to come up with other ideas, you guys know where to find me. I'm happy to help with any of those things. Let's see, anybody else show up? Somebody's here. So just so you guys know, I'm also live streaming over on the YouTube. And I do, if you guys have a YouTube channel, pop over there and find me. I have some really fun plans for the YouTube channel this coming year. There's going to be some more lives, some more kind of talky kind of episodes, that I have in mind for just general knowledge, getting getting cool dog information out there into the world so that people can make good decisions with their dogs. Yeah. Well, I mean, I can talk to myself about dogs all night long, but well, holidays are coming up. I hope everybody is preparing their dog for the holidays and for New Year's Eve. Please do not forget in the holiday chaos that New Year's Eve is just around the corner, and that is a firework holiday for us. So if your dogs are sound sensitive or just really don't like the thunderstorms and the loud booms, go ahead and call your vet this week so that you can get refills on your medication if you need it. If you need a new Soleo gel or some trazodone to get you through the night, make sure that you go ahead and get those filled today, tomorrow, or at least call so they can start working on it over the holiday. And that way you have them for the end of the year celebrations. If your dog has a hard time with holidays and has a hard time with people coming in and out of your house, a little bit of trazodone goes a long way. That's a nice, you got a good relationship with your vet. A quick phone call might be all that needs. Cargo also has some things to say about that. She's going to squeak at me because she is finally feeling better, which I'm very happy for. But she does not need to squeak at me. But yeah, don't forget about your medications for New Year's Eve. Don't forget to check all of your dog's regular medications and go ahead and get those filled. A lot of the vet clinics will not be open on Christmas Day, and some of them won't be open on Christmas Eve either. So make sure you double check your vet's office hours over the next week, so that way you're not stranded without the medications that you need for the holidays. A couple of things that I'm doing to help prepare my dogs. I made popsicles for them a couple days ago with some canned dog food and some yogurt. I have stuffed a couple of Kongs to help them kind of get through my running around and doing things. We have our meds all filled and sitting in the bucket just in case I need them. I got some chews. So we went to the store and we got some collagen chews. We got some tracheas. So that way we got some buffalo horns. So that way I have those to give to them so that they can chew on those a little bit and kind of decompress for all of the people that will be coming and going and all of my in and out with schedules being disrupted and things like that. I will try to keep their schedule as similar as I can, especially around meal times, but you guys know life happens, plans happen. So you got to do the best you can. If your dogs are worried about people coming in and out of the house, feel free to remove them. A little bit of management goes a long way. Sorry. Pop them in a bedroom or behind a baby gate while people are coming and going, especially if you're having guests for a few hours. Go ahead and pop them in a bedroom until you get all of your guests in the house. And then if your dog is better, once the people are already in the house, you can go ahead and let them out or pop a leash on them and some treats. Do a little bit of training with them with people in the house. And then give them a retreat to a nice quiet bedroom where they don't have to deal with the socializing and the guests if they're having a hard time with that. January and February is when I get all of the phone calls like, so my dog bit the friend or the uncle or grandma. And we need to make sure that doesn't happen again, which valid. Dogs should not be biting grandma. But giving your dog a nice, safe, quiet place to retreat to if you're having people over, or if they have a hard time with people coming in and out of the house, will go a long way. And then you won't need to call me in January. But I'll be here if you do need to call me in January. We'll be here. Let's see. A bunch of people get puppies over the holidays. So a couple of tips for bringing home holiday puppies. Get them on a schedule as quickly as possible. The first couple of days is just going to be adjusting to your house, learning the potty routine, learning where to go when they need to go potty. Remember that puppies are not actually able to control their bladders until they are 16 weeks old. Usually you start to see some control developing around 12 weeks. But depending on how awesome your breeder was, most puppies, if they have been exposed to litter box training as a baby, will start to seek out the grass outside for potty times. So in those first couple of weeks, as long as you are super consistent with taking puppies out on a regular basis, so they don't have any accidents in the house, once they develop that bladder control and they start to learn how to tell you that they need to go out, you'll be golden. Remember to throw your puppy parties every time your puppy goes while it's outside. This is not necessarily to build the understanding that they should be pottying outside. This is to build persistence. This is to build the idea that the puppy needs to tell you that they need to go out with more gusto than just a simple sort of glance to you and glance to the back door. And that way you prevent a lot of those potty accidents that are right there at the back door, usually on the rug at the door that you normally take puppy out of. Those accidents are usually because puppy tried to tell you and you did not listen, and they have not learned how to be persistent in the telling you. So they have not learned the bells. They have not learned to bark at you. They've not learned how to scratch on the door yet. Contrary to popular belief, dogs don't come pre-programmed with those skills. Those skills are taught. So remember your puppy parties until your puppy is consistently telling you that they need to go outside, because that's what those puppy parties are for. Those are for you, not for the puppy. So keep that in mind. Kennel training is super excellent, wonderful idea for all puppies when you bring them home. Many of them will have some challenges with that. Again, unless you have a super awesome breeder that has introduced puppies to being in a kennel alone for short periods of time before you get them. So short periods of time, I really like a snuggle buddy. If your puppy is having a hard time in the crate, or if you anticipate that they're going to have a hard time in the crate, go ahead and order a snuggle buddy off of Amazon. It's a stuffed animal that has a little battery powered heart in it, and it vibrates and has a little heartbeat sound to it. So while your puppy is in the crate, it feels like it has a friend in there with them, and they're just not alone all of a sudden. I tend to sleep on the couch with my puppies for the first couple of weeks. One, so I can get a little bit of sleep, and two, so they can tell me when they need to go potty in the middle of the night. My couch is a lot closer to the back door than my bedroom is. So I tend to sleep on the couch for a couple weeks while they are figuring out potty schedules. And that way I don't wake my husband up when I get up and go out. But yeah, that's my puppy plan when I have puppies at home. Let's see. Talk a minute about socialization for your puppies. So those of you who are getting a puppy, my last Facebook Live that I did a few weeks ago was all about puppies. So you may want to go pop back over and watch that. Again, that is also on YouTube if you would rather watch it on YouTube. All right, guys. Anybody got any more questions for me? Nope. I got no comments. Got no questions. All right, guys. Well, this was super fun. You'll be looking for more of them next year. Oh, excuse me. Look for more of them next year. I'm gonna go be on vacation for a couple of weeks. Yeah, reach out if you have any questions. We will keep doing these so that we can talk about them. We can talk about dogs because I can talk about dogs till the end of time. Oh, I've got another comment. Rudy has now decided that nipping me is how he says he needs to go outside. How can I break that? Well, I know that Rudy is not a puppy anymore, and I know that Rudy has skills because we've taught Rudy lots of things. So when he starts kind of getting nippy at you, I would either redirect him to a toy, send him to go get a toy and put a toy in his mouth. Or I would ask him for another behavior. Rudy knows how to nose target. Rudy knows how to sit and to lay down. So while I like that he's telling you and he has developed some persistence, we need to chain that behavior into another behavior. If you have bells on your door, when he starts to get nippy, like have him go ring a bell. A lot of the little dogs have a hard time with the bells, although I don't think Rudy will. I think if you just put some bells up on the door and kind of helped him hit them a couple times and then open the door, I think he would figure that out pretty quickly. He's a smart little nugget. But a lot of the dogs have a hard time with bells and they don't really get it once they're on the door. So a lot of times I will spend a couple of sessions having the dogs touch the bells on the ground. Touch the bell, get a cookie, touch the bell, get a cookie, touch the bell, get a cookie. Bell gets packed up and put on the counter. And then over time, I'll kind of, I don't have, what's on my, kind of go from, you guys get my pen, kind of go from bells on the floor, touch the bell, get a cookie, touch the bell, get a cookie, touch the bell, get a cookie, to like hanging just holding them in my hand so that they're upright. But the dogs already have a lot of history of touch the bell, get a cookie, touch the bell, get a cookie. And then when I'm getting pretty consistent, upright, touch the bell, get a cookie, then I put it on like a chair or a door that's not the outside door so that they're hanging, touch the bell, get a cookie, touch the bell, get a cookie. And then when we're finished with the session, it gets packed up and put away. And then when I'm getting consistent, oh, it's a bell, I should touch it. Then I put it on the door to start using it as a potty signal. The end result of that a lot of times is the dogs learn to ring the bells so that you'll pay attention to them, not necessarily because they need to go outside. So be aware of that as well. I have a feeling Rudy will do that too. And that's just where do you really need to go outside? Or are you just ringing bells for no reason? But at least he's ringing bells and he's not trying to bite you. So I hope that helps you with Rudy a little bit. All right. Any other questions, guys? Nope. No more questions? You're very welcome. All right, guys. Well, like I said, stay tuned. We'll do some more of these in January. And keep in mind, those are you guys that are local. Our group classes are on the website. So if you had a class in mind, those are up. Those of you who are in our Pause on the Path Club, our January Events are also posted. I think the newsletter went out. I don't think I've gotten them on the website yet. I'll work on that this weekend. But the newsletter did go out, so the links for that you should have gotten from in your inbox somewhere. All right. Oh, hi, Ellie. I answered your question at the beginning, so you might have to watch it again once I post it to get the answer to your question. Didn't get Pause on the Path newsletter. All right, I'll check on that as well, and make sure that you're on the make sure you're on the list. Check your spam folder. A lot of times it does end up in the spam folder, and you just don't see it come through because the Google thinks it knows better than you. I think there is a way to flag it as not spam. So you might want to check that too. I think if you open them pretty consistently, then Google's like, oh, you do actually want to open this, and we'll start putting it in your regular email inbox. Ma'am, do you have something to say? You have something to say? Can you go lay down? Okay. Cargo's at the door. She has something to say. She needs something. She needs me to go do something else with her. So for those of you who have followed her saga with her shoulders and her elbows and her Rocky Mountain spotted fever, I think we are out of the woods. I think, fingers crossed, that we are ready for return to activity, and I am here for it. I am so excited that I have my dog back, and we can start doing fun things again. So stay tuned, because you guys will see really fun videos of her doing things and training things. I need to retrain her contacts for agility, and I need to retrain her weave poles for agility. So you guys will definitely be seeing videos of that, either on the TikTok or on the YouTube. So make sure you subscribe to the Friggled Pod Dog Training on both of those platforms if you have them as well. All right, guys. That was a fun half an hour. Fabulous. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to call it a night, and I will see you all later. I hope you guys have a wonderful holiday and safe travels for those of you who are traveling. And I will talk to you guys later.